Hey humans, Coach Nate here with another mindful focus to share with you. In today's post, it reads, go where your energy is reciprocated, celebrated, and appreciated. Energy can be more valuable than money. Energy can attract to us things that we want, and it can also repel away from us things that we want. Yes, it can attract to us things that we don't want if we're not watching our energy. Energy regenerates, which is good, but it is not in any given day or time frame at a endless supply, which means that we can drain ourselves from having the energy that we need to function, to think, to focus, to have peace and well-being. Then when we're in peace and well-being, we have a rather large amount of energy. Put new batteries in your coffee stirrer frother, and you see how fast it goes versus batteries that are run down. Know that being tolerated, put up with, disregarded, and disrespected, those are things that drain our energy, that they take the valuable resource of that we use to not just survive, but to live and exist and even flourish each day. It drains that. It drains our battery. It robs us. We are susceptible. The risk of being hurt is greatest when we lack the energy that we need to navigate through life. People are going to behave in ways that negatively impact us. There are some days where it's just water off a duck's back. It doesn't impact us in any way. It has little to no effect. Life goes on. Then there are those days when we have low energy, where we're not feeling our best. We're not at our peak or anywhere near. And that's when the fiery darts, that is when the those behaviors can pierce our protective shield, if you will, and cause psychological, emotional harm, hurting our mental health. So that's that's just life. That's the way it is going to occur. Different people have different levels of resilience and capacity to manage through that, but we all have those vulnerable areas. So it's best to manage that, making sure that we have enough energy in our reserves for when we need it, and try to avoid expending energy unnecessarily by being around those who really don't care if we exist or not, if we're there. In other words, we don't matter to them. So the question is, what do we have to gain then by trying to force or convince someone who does not want us or value our presence in their lives? Now you're expending more energy to have it even further depleted by being in that environment. So in terms of the how of the let go, live now, win, stop accepting less than the incredible soul that you are in your relationships, in your interactions, and when you're dealing with others, especially when your heart is involved, not just your mind. Stop accepting less. Raise your requirement, which is very different than expectation, of tolerance of what you will accept and allow in terms of how you're treated. You deserve to be valued, respected, appreciated, and celebrated. In case you missed it, say it again. You deserve to be valued, respected, appreciated, and celebrated. for being the human that you are, for continuing on in this journey, for having the heart that you have. Well, how do I know that? Because you wouldn't still be listening to this. This still wouldn't be of interest to you. There are certain things that resonate with us. When you have kindness and compassion and a desire for harmony in your life, that those are character traits that give us value just by our mere existence, should garner respect, command respect, and are appreciated and celebrated by some, but not all. Unfortunately, know that. You should be these things for you, for who you are, not what you do for other people. In other words, all you need to do is exist, having a kind heart, having a desire to not cause others harm, but for others to have well-being, just like you have a desire for that. Those are, again, qualities and desirable qualities in many instances by the right people. If that's not happening where you are, keep moving. You're not in where you belong, where your habitat, or your place where you are valued. I don't need a Keurig in the jungle. I'd much rather have survival tools there. But time for the morning coffee, it's nice to have it in the kitchen. It's not to say anything bad about survival tools or the Keurig. Those are both very great assets, things to have in the right environment. So it's not you, it's the environment that you're around. Keep moving. Find your purpose first, and then your tribe will find you. Find your reason for being, which is not the same as where do I belong? Where do I fit in? Maybe it's not to fit in. Maybe it's to be the thermostat, not the thermometer, setting the tone. And with that, you have that energy, that spirit that resides within you, you will attract your tribe. Know that a tribe of one is better than a pack of distrustful, selfish wolves. That's a safer place for us to be. That reduces the risk. I'm not saying eliminates, but allows us to have a more meaningful, harmonious, peaceful life. Go where you celebrated. Just sharing some insights with you. Feel free to try it or toss it. Both of those can be correct answers for you, but only you can determine which of those fits for you in your life. If this resonates with you, please feel free to give a like and a subscribe, and then hit that notification button so you know when I post additional content like this. If you know somebody that could benefit from this, feel free to share this with them. And that is one way of showing them that they matter and you care. And most of all, always remember to let go, live now, and win.